What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters, Jordan J, Marvoius, Clever Willow, Anurang Krishnan, Ryan Towers, Ross Lingard, Paper, Zakuma, Richard Dirkman, Ryan James Maxwell, Kenjiro Talbashi, Kick Game, and Jessica Miller. Thank you all so much for your support. And if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. Thanks again.
Heavy Flamer Heresy!
Yeah, so Space Hulk, Deathwing. I swear to God, Marvel's gonna sue somebody.
Or Blizzard. Deathwing is a major villain within the Warcraft.
Okay, I think Marvel and Blizzard gonna sue somebody. Because Space Hulk. There's actually a series of Hulk in space. So they might see that as copyright infringement and have a talk with
I feel like they would have sued them by now.
They would have, but at the same time, who knows. So, overall, Warhammer 40k has been something that has been not thrust, but has definitely been very heavily thrown into our purview here recently with our recent Warhammer 40k Space Marine video that we watched from Russian Badger, and everyone's just been like, "What? Look up more stuff about Warhammer 40k. There's so much lore, so much this, so much that."
People have always been asking us on the channel, and it's just kind of like I don't think anybody here really knows much about it. So
yeah,
I
don't know much about it.
Not really, but effectively, we earlier on we watched the Astartes. We watched all 4 parts that are currently out. 5th one withstanding. I mean, it's not out yet, but whenever it does, we'll be there because we love the hell out of that shit.
I want to see what's in the vault.
I do too. Wonder if the Emperor's in the vault.
I don't think so.
Dun dun dun. That's just a joke.
It wouldn't make sense to the lore.
I know. It
so
wouldn't make
far.
sense in the lore. I know where he's at. You said, but I'm just thinking, what if? Dun dun dun. But it's not gonna be. So, Heavy Flamer Heresy, Space Hulk, Deathwing. Let's see what the hell this is all about. Let's just get this up on screen, and let's have some fun. 3, 2, 1, go.
Brother, get the Flamer. The Heavy Flamer.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would like to file a complaint.
I love how indiscriminate you are with the blade. You don't need to whip it like a noodle at a swimming pool. Like, what the
Purge it in flame. Burn in holy fire.
Hell yeah.
Kimbrough's no mercy.
No
/heresy alert. If you're offended when someone goofs up the lore or talks shit about your favorite chapter of Space Marines, please. Welcome to the grim darkness of the future, where peace, happiness, and prosperity have been replaced by war, death, and destruction. Not necessarily in that order, but necessarily in mass quantities.
I will endure 1,000 deaths before I yield.
In the last episode, 9 months ago, we were introduced to the sentient fungi known as the Orcs, the corn-worshipping heretics known as the Forces of Chaos that make the civilian casualties of World War II look like a picnic.
Skulls for the skull throne! Blood for the blood god!
List of cornate massacres. This list is incomplete. You can help by expanding it. Marines of the Imperium of Man, led by the veteran Emperor himself.
We are one in the Emperor and the will of man.
And as much as I'd love to hear about your hyper-intelligent Dark Elder waifu, the dumbass weeaboo space communists, and the rattle me bones robots, the Xenos stealing your shit this time around are the Gene Stealer Tyranids.
Your infestation spreads no further, alien.
It may sound like despotic deja vu for someone to be stealing your shit again, but that's usually the way these 40k games go. Xenos are either killing something, breaking something, or stealing something. You're deployed to intervene, you realize the shit is fucked, and you may as well blow it all up anyways, and then you blow it all up.
None who live can survive the flame.
Which may beg the question from your perspective, why not just blow it all up in the first place? Like Exterminatus nuke from orbit. And to that I retort,
Because it is the Emperor's will, and also purging is really, really fun, brother.
the Gene Stealers are doing just that.
Fucking
One of your
Tyranids.
space hulks called the Elethros, and you're the librarian in charge of salvaging anything of value and purging the Xeno filth.
Your heresy stops here!
Alongside Devastator Barakeel, Apothecary
Okay, so I need to
McHugh, and
play
Shot
this.
Caller Belial,
Yes.
you make
I
up
don't-
Deathwing,
I don't
the
even know
first
what
company
game
of the
this is,
Dark
but I
Angels
gotta play it.
chapter.
We are the angels of
The
death.
Tyranids are my favorite
Dark
race from
Angels in
40K,
bone white
so
armor may be a little confusing, but it's only Deathwing. The rest of the Dark Angels are actually green, even though the Salamanders are already green. But the Salamanders are almost always on fire, so it's not that hard to...
Brother, enough with the lore.
Brothers, retribution is at hand. It is our strength. We are the sons of Caliban. Let fury guide your weapons. Let
I need to play this too.
vengeance be your song.
Actually, it looks like it's co-op, so you and me both can just go in like balls deep on this shit.
Shall fall.
Decked out in Terminator armor, you're larger
Yeah.
and more formidable than your ordinary Space Marine, but not so huge that you can't fit through doorways like a menacing full-size dreadnought.
None may block our path.
And you better believe you're gonna need this intimidating armor, because the Gene Stealers you're up against, well, they're not exactly small.
Oh, damn.
Can the Xenos get any bigger?
And you may be thinking, at least I have 2 Dark Angel Terminators to help me.
Wrong.
I know it may be heresy to shit-talk fellow Terminators.
Bold words for someone in assault cannon range.
This heresy.
Heresy. It burns. We heard you were talking shit, brother.
But short of dispensing a few cookie-cutter voice lines and soaking up damage, they are useless.
We are the angels of death. That is like one single Xeno. Steady yourself, brother.
Discipline is their sole strength, as in even if they are on the brink of death, they will not heal themselves unless you instruct them to.
Time to time, I die standing.
So if you really want to get heretical, you can instruct Apothecary McHugh to constantly juice himself up with self-heals like a fiending junkie, and he becomes a Tyranid Broodlord punching bag while you inflict heavy damage on whatever's attempting to eat you.
Tyrannid bait is not the right word, brother. I prefer expeditionary Tyrannid punching bag.
Your skill
Yes.
tree allows you to make these fellow brothers of yours more powerful, yourself more powerful, or grant additional purging abilities, and I sure as shit didn't blow any of it on them.
Yes, brother Barakeel, I realize you want better armor, but I can now purge heretics in 3 different kinds of fire.
At least your objectives are simple because you'll usually see a one-word description like fight or destroy off in the distance, and I
Brother,
think you
it says
already know what
purge.
the hell you're doing here. So let me save my breath.
The Xenos are coming. We have to exterminate them at all costs.
I'm gonna need more Bolter for this heresy. I'm confused by this heresy, brother. Are the foul Xenos just purging themselves?
Predictably, once this string of objectives is complete, you realize the Gene Stealers lived up to their names by stealing your genes and decide to incinerate the place Exterminatus style.
It was impossible to remove the traces of our gene seed from the bodies of the aliens. So Grandmaster Belial vowed to destroy everything instead.
Consider this a clear division in the video.
Our guns have fallen silent, brother.
Because the single player, especially on the No Mercy difficulty, can be a frustrating, overwhelming with annoyance, and underwhelming with content experience where you feel like a lone guardsman against a legion of Xenos. Let me tell you about the Tyranids. But the multiplayer is 5 times better, a totally different animal, and it feels heretical even looping it in with a single player because it's a completely distinct experience.
Yeah.
Phobia increases.
You know you're in a 40k game when instead of saying waiting for players, it's waiting for brothers.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
This shit. Brother. It's psycho. He's ready to smack a heretic. What's up? First of all, multiplayer allows you to play 6 classes instead of just 1.
Oh.
I hated playing a librarian.
I don't know what a librarian looks like because I can't fucking read.
But heavy weapon specialty granted me an assault cannon and abilities like zero spread, a devastating mine, and a virtual A10
This
warthog
looks
for an
fun.
arm.
That's the shit.
One Ravens be like. Nice range. No, you got this. Both my alts. Watch.
Look at him.
That's zero accuracy on that rate of fire.
Easy for somebody with a fucking A10 Warthog strapped to their arm to say.
Run to
This
me,
is true.
They'll all get fucked if they run into it. Just watch.
Yeah, we three need to. Yeah, we need to play this. This is a definite.
If the Tyranids being able to tear through your armor like a Cheetos bag, you're gonna need an answer to your H key, which happens to be a needle drill the size of a baseball bat.
Stimulants deployed.
Oh Jesus!
Brother, I need an apothecary. This Tyranid in my
You think he's gonna heal you? He's gonna heal you by stabbing you with his needle. He just punches you in the face.
Whatever, I'm going in.
Hold on, brother. The cooldown. There, I'm gonna drill your ass. By the way, there you go.
Yes.
Man, how many fingers am I holding up? Turn off your heavy flamer so I can tell you. Tactical specialty was a must-have because he can revive a fallen brother.
Your duty is not done, brother!
An Interrogator Chaplain is a no-brainer because he can revive 3 fallen brothers, temporarily reflect all incoming damage, and temporarily become invincible, which makes him broken.
Local chat too angry to die.
Pain is meaningless to me.
Can I speak to your manager?
The point I'm making with all of this fuss about classes is that multiplayer offers both variety and specialization, whether you're looking for something different or you just want to play someone that suits your style. You can move far beyond the librarian of the single player, and Retribution just isn't the same without your brothers.
Brothers, to partake in our crusade is to be immortal.
It's worth mentioning at this point to turn Codex rules on because it is a far less grindy experience, and more importantly, friendly fire is off. With the amount of heavy flamers we run, I'd say the Codex Astartes does support this action.
We may get burnt, brothers.
Yeah, the first thing that you do, of course. Yeah.
The Spacebook says this is bad.
Don't up your DPI. There's no need to do that.
It says we can't do that in the Codex. Well, I can't read.
Buddy gangs until Wally Rick pull out the heavy flame. Which conveniently leads me to my next point. Weapons.
I'm gonna need a heavy flavor for this heresy.
In a single player, you've got to use a versatile weapon. You've got big targets, small targets, close targets, distant targets, so much of the arsenal you can't use because it doesn't meet all those requirements. Take the Redemption, for example, the badass scatterbolter that blasts Xenos away in a ricochet of righteous steel.
Death to the enemy!
Yes.
God, the ragdoll with that is so good, Evan.
Behold!
Dude, it just comes so far.
Stormbolter and Stormbolter.
Yo, this shit ricochets? What the fuck?
Yep.
I wonder if they got the voice filters on there to make the voice like that.
If not, dude, I think we can do it. Dude,
it'd be easy.
okay, if anything, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Brother! We could actually see if there are any, because you have the M audio. That thing actually has a library.
Yeah, just go through the DAW, run it through the DST, put the output as the output on there.
Yeah.
Your desktop audio will sound like that.
Yeah, and then and all you need to do is just go over and activate that. You can actually hotkey it.
Yeah.
You can hotkey it to like on your number pad. You can do like a 3. It's like oh, I need to actually be the boss now. Brothers, it is time for us to find our destiny. Okay, so let's go in and let's kill these bitches.
And it's like, all right, thumbs up, let's do this.
Oh my God, he just ran in. Brothers, stick to the plan. Damn it, Jenkins! We told you not to stray from the plan.
That's heresy.
This is heresy. To which you're just like,
at least I have a heavy flamer.
I can't read.
At least I have a heavy flamer.
I don't see that in the codex. I don't care. I can't read.
They need to hire them on StarCraft too. The Terran just need to hire some of them.
Yeah.
Take care of the Zerg, because I think they're a little bit more motivated.
These guys, Jesus. Well, yeah. I mean, not all. I mean, let's be honest. Not all humans are Jim Raynor. I mean, that guy's just a friggin' monster of a man, and he's dedicated, but he's just grown tired of the whole conflict because it's bullshit.
So, Jimmy boy.
Exactly. All right, so yeah, heavy flamer. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry.
So you're boned due to lack of range. But in multiplayer, you can combine your redemption with a heavy flamer, Spear of Caliban, and Stormbolter for coverage at all ranges. You cover your brother up close while they cover anything at a distance.
For the Emperor!
And that's also the reason why melee is a bit of a joke. Because on normal difficulty, I love crushing heretics and merciless retribution.
My faith is my shield!
By all accounts, it was no more than a hulking mass of steel.
But with any
Oh.
it just doesn't work.
That just looks
because
fun.
Tyranids specialize in melee combat as apex predators, but so many gene stealers can one-shot you, it's paramount to purge them before they get close. Furthermore, damage is localized, as in if a gene stealer chomps your right arm, you can't shoot, and slashes your legs, you can't run away. So again, melee is a tough sell.
I cannot move.
Hey, at least you can use a power fist with every heavy weapon, so it may not be a sword or an axe, but you can still smack a heretic.
Feel the weight of the chapter's finest. Die!
You get the point I'm hammering at. Every weapon in the arsenal is at your disposal with brothers by your side. In
Yeah,
multiplayer.
hell
Send
yeah.
a handful of versatile ones in the single player, which means more fun, more purging, and of course, indiscriminate use of the heavy flamer.
Burn in holy fire!
I tell you to stop using your flamer so that I can see. First of all, this is a heavy flamer. Why are you flaming me? I'm right.
My flame does not discriminate.
I'm an equal opportunity flamer.
Purging. Hey. No.
You're like a disciplining mother with like a spray bottle, but instead it's a heavy flamer.
It's heavy for a reason, because the Xenos you're up against I like to categorize as apex predators, suicidal apex predators, and apex predators so large that they can only be described as virtually immortal.
It's
a big boy. It's a big boy. Out of my way, Clue. Out of my way.
I'm too chunky.
Get behind the man with the assault cannon.
Gotcha. You'll come up in a second.
No, we'll be fine, Clue. You got an assault cannon and a heavy flamer, he'll go down. There you go. Technically, the Scythe Strain is virtually immortal, and the Brood Lord is virtually immortal and psychic. So, rule of thumb, Cthulhu-looking Xenos are superior to non-Cthulhu-looking Xenos.
It's a lictor.
Behind me, brother.
Holy shit.
And if it's a 20-foot-tall praying mantis
Well, that's
bug-looking thing
lictor,
that just
actually.
cuts your
Awesome.
buddy in half and doesn't go down with an initial burst, it's either a Scythe Strain or a Brood Lord, and you may want to start a tactical withdrawal, because two more are on their way.
Retreat now for victory later!
Alright, everything you got. Everything you got to the Brood Lord on the right. Just do the one close to the objective. As soon as he gets here, Goose, hit your reflect, and after it's done, hit your invincible.
I have to bounce back. I got the reflect damage.
You're honestly not going to be able to see anything. Just keep tagging him. We got a heavy.
Just keep killing it. Just kill it.
You're not be able to see anything. Just keep taking.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's one down. One down. That's it. I can't see a fucking thing. When the 20-foot-tall, genetically perfect apex predator gets mowed down by a bunch of dipshit farmers with flashlights. I can rant about the bullshit psychers that can one-shot you with heresy, but I don't want this video to quadruple in length for the sake of Xeno sorcery space magic.
I am calm.
That's weird. I never saw anything like that in the Tyranid Codex.
Yet no matter how terrifying the Xenos you're faced with, they all have a glaring weakness with no known counter. Doors.
This is a point of strategic import.
It may sound weird that doors are the pinnacle of strategy in Deathwing, but deciding whether to lock them, unlock them, or simply power fist them open for a rapid escape is the closest it comes to chess.
I leave only rubble. You're insisting on a pistol.
A quick tutorial on doors. These are the most important things. Not even fucking pirates.
Damn it.
That's how you go through doors.
This is gonna keep him out, right?
Yes.
You hacked it.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, let's close this door behind us. Oh wait, we can't. Oh
And this
wait.
is where I'd lock the door. If there was one.
Actually supposed to do. Come on.
Nope. Nope. Damn it.
Oh.
Come on.
I'll block it. I'll block it. I'll block it. I can shut it.
shit,
I'll get it. Oh, I can hear him right there.
I'm pretty sure that was the hive timer from last mission.
He is right there.
That's really
He
cool.
is
You can
so
lock them out and
mad.
stuff.
He's pissed, brother. We do not want your Girl Scout cookies, brother.
Doors and entryways are the most dangerous adversary in all of the Elethros because they can swallow you without mercy or meaning.
There's a lot of yeah, he's probably in this.
Oh,
thing
that
hasn't
seems
opened
fair.
up.
That seems fair. I gotta purge this heresy right.
Looks like heresy to me, brother.
I don't see anybody.
Heresy is now airborne. Get this off my screen.
I'll light him on fire though. I don't give a shit.
Open the door. Open the door.
I'm trying.
Brother.
It's blocked.
So it's just stuck there like a big piece of shit? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Brother, I am pinned here.
If you don't get stuck, you'll experience the best the game has to offer outside of the heavy flamer, which is the environment. From the biggest freezer in the universe to the massive cathedrals, holy shit is it ever well done.
Does the architecture bring honor to the Emperor? Yes.
Hell yes.
Are we overloading the reactor to purge it all in flame in 20 minutes?
Yes.
Look at my screen. I'm freezing my ass off in here. That's such a good solution. Brother.
Brother.
Are you cold? Brother, I am chilled here.
And the better decisions you make, the longer you'll stay alive, the more purging you'll do, and the more renown you'll earn. To
Hey!
upgrades like faster reloads, beefier health, and weapons that never jam.
I don't always jam my Spirit Caliban, but when I do, it's because the sight rain is breathing on my face.
My face when I see a hive tyrant and I'm reloading. Resilient increases HP by 30% for each body part. A fellow space marine just walks up and jabs you in the arm. You're still at 100%.
Cosmetics are available too,
Bastard.
which you can frown upon all you want, but you've really got to grind for them, and at least they aren't microtransactions.
Thank God.
The indomitable assault cannon of wrath.
Holy shit, Psycho, that's such a neat skin. Fuck.
Oh, well, thank you.
Traitor's doom, destruction's glory, the voice of devastation, torment of defiance, and
Sounds like a great amount of metal songs.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wait, is that?
This reminds me of old Unreal Tournament,
I
really.
I can really ham that up. Just
Bane of the heretic, torment of defiance, traitor's doom, destruction's glory, voice of devastation.
God. Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm glad that I successfully deceived you until the end of the video, because the greatest enemy in the entire game? Frame rates. Even with a monster rig of an i9-7980XE and a 2080 Ti, I consistently crater to sub 40 FPS from the sheer amount of Xeno filth and heavy flamer on my screen.
Yeah, it says,
the Emperor's finest. That graphics card is gonna break. It's gonna break.
God, are these flames ray tracing enabled?
Maybe, who knows?
Still about 40.
But I'm also glad and most thankful that I had my brothers beside me, because we had Jackal, who knows everything about 40K.
Lionel Johnson is the Primarch of the Dark Angels. The only reason he hasn't returned is because he's literally just asleep.
Jello, who knows next to nothing about 40K.
What is that? It's my ex-wife, Karen.
Karen! Get away, Karen!
I already gave you the alimony.
Burn the custody papers.
And Heavenly, who fits somewhere in between.
Sounds like a bunch of nerds. Blood for the blood god.
That's clearly some heresy.
I hope you had fun breaking heretics in half with me.
When we play this game, we have to use this voice the whole
And
time.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Flame and bounce on out of there anyways.
Their shelter has become their tomb.
The end. I'd like to extend a solemn RIP to all of the shitters in my Discord that I banned for saying the Deathwing is trash.
I don't know. Anybody I ban is the same pile of filth in my book.
Damn.
Damn.
This is how I look when I ban people.
I don't remember
Secondly, I kind of miss having a boss fight. Not that I miss Xeno scum in any way, shape, or form, but maybe if there was a bigger Xeno that I got to fight that said some shit like, that could have been kind of neat, instead of just seeing a bigger and bigger Tyranid each time that didn't have a name. And thirdly, holy shit, do I ever miss unlimited sprints. I know it's not something that always goes through your mind, but when you've run like 20 feet and you are just sucking wind, damn, do I ever miss unlimited sprint. Holy God. With all that being said, I had a ton of fun fun playing this game. I had a ton of fun making this video. Anytime I just get to play in your sandbox, those of you that are really, really hardcore 40K dudes, I have a blast. In closing, I'd like to thank you guys so very much for watching. It means the world to me that you watched to the end of the video, and I had so much fun creating content at a Warhammer 40K. It is so over the top. It is so nuts. I love every second of it. And be sure to tune in next year when we go to a Salamander's barbecue.
Yes, they do.
More Bango.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that made me really want to play that.
I want to play it too.
Yeah, it looks like a blast. Looks like a really like an old school, kind of like Unreal Tournament, except we're all surviving, and I don't know, man. It's just a unique universe.
Yeah.
One thing I was wondering about it is, in the codex that I had about the Tyranids, right?
Yeah.
Gene Stealers are a specific kind of Tyranid.
Yeah.
And he was making it sound like the game was making it sound like they were just calling them Gene Stealers at that point, but like they are a specific kind. And like nothing I saw in there actually even looked really close to them either. Maybe like the small tentacle-faced ones, but most of what I saw looked like Hormagaunts or. It's either Termagants or Hormagaunts, because both of them look similar to each other, but one version uses scythes.
Man, all y'all look alike.
One version uses scythes, one version uses guns.
Yeah.
But like the Tyrants are a thing for sure.
Yeah.
But like the Gene Stealers are usually, like from what I saw in the codex, they're like these little four-armed dudes with like claws like this, and they have like longer tongues and shit.
Okay.
And then the big guys with the tentacles on their face are Lictors, and those are like an elite unit. And
I'm not sure. I
think if I remember right,
case.
So am I for the most part.
The Lictors have like active camo, like so they can like, become invisible and shit. They're kind of like chameleons.
That would be wicked to fight against.
Yeah. And then like the guys that they did show with forearms that looked like they had robes on.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea on that. I've never seen anything like that.
I don't know.
Like I didn't know the Tyranids. I guess after the Tyranids absorbed so much of like the genetics and stuff, they eventually end up with like humanoid type units at a point that are like still kind of monsters, but they look like people to an extent.
Okay, so it shows here that the co-writer of this game was Gav Thorpe, a longtime Games Workshop author and game designer. The game was released back in 2016, and it was released on PlayStation 4 on March 28th, 2018. But if we're going to play this, we have to do it on PC.
Yeah.
We have to. Yeah. Because we have PCs that can run this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I might not be able to run it like full graphics or anything like that, but if I can get, like you said, 40 FPS, half graphics, I'm good.
Well, you got a 1050 Ti, which is decent. It's decent.
Ryzen 7 2700 and 32 gigs RAM. Thanks to somebody.
I don't know who. I really don't know. But I really want to play that now. I mean, I looked at it and it said here a lot of people. There was a reception early on was mixed because of the number of bugs, lack of polish, optimization, bad menus, poor AI, and lackluster story. However, people have said that the atmosphere and graphics are all good, but ever since then, they released an enhanced edition with full multiplayer progression system, loot, class customization, which is pretty much everything that Badger was talking about here. I think if the game would have released finished as is right now, it would have probably gotten a lot better reviews. Yeah. But as it was released, it got some shitty
Yeah, that happens a lot with early release stuff.
GameSpot gave it a 4 out of 10? Give me a break. GameStop, you can't please anybody at GameStop. Hell, I guarantee you. Actually, you know what?
GameStop or GameSpot?
GameSpot. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
GameSpot. Sorry, you can't please anybody at
it's
GameSpot.
okay. Hell no, you can't.
Because okay, for instance, one of my favorite games of all time, Uncharted 4, got what was it from? Yeah, let's see here, from GameSpot, got a. Oh shit! GameSpot actually gave it a 10 out of 10. That's rare. That's very rare for them to give it a 10 out of 10. But there's been several games that have been really good across the board, but then they're just like 6 out of 10. Like, what the hell?
They're like, oh, bad frame rates. You're not.
It's a-
you're getting 50 frames.
It's a whole lot
It's
like
who
it's a
cares?
whole lot like the whole IGN Too Much Water review, which is now infamous on the internet. Which, God mercy, I don't understand the allure of some of these critical websites, because it's just one bad decision after another from these people. They have no concept of what is popular anymore.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't fucking get it.
I think it's just, I don't know, they hate on some of the most useless stuff out there, you know?
Yeah.
So what, it drops a few frames during the action. Who cares? You know, I don't really care about that stuff.
Yeah,
at all.
but yet any indie darling out there, they will gladly suck their dick. Any indie darling out there, for instance, ZQ, can't say her name on here because guess what? People get demonetized just for saying her name. That's where we're at in this society nowadays.
Absurd.
Yeah, ZQ, the game she came out with, everybody like was like, oh, indie darlings suck it, you know, just like pretty much just like drinking all the Kool-Aid that this woman was pouring, and now she's responsible for someone dying, which, God, that just the fact that still happened amazes me, and but on the brighter side, I am glad that this game does exist. And I'm actually, you know what? I would like a Warhammer game with this, or with this kind, like a sequel to this, but with cinematics by the same guy who did the Astartes.
That's what I'm saying. That way they could really, you know, bring up like a single player experience with it too, and have a good lore. And make it co-op, you know.
Always have the option for co-op. Always, whether online or couch co-op.
Yep.
At least online. At least online co-op. If not couch co-op, fine. But still.
I feel like I would definitely want to play as one of the melee characters, but it seems like it would be extremely hard whenever it comes to the bosses.
I'm getting that bolter, that scattershot bolter.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting, because that thing is a death machine.
Yeah,
just
that big minigun sounds pretty good to me too.
Oh yeah, pretty much a warthog minigun from freaking Halo, just strapped to your arm. Of course, I have like the fist that can like punch them, punch them back if they get too close. But I would like to go through with the chainsaw sword to see how it goes. Just like go through like mow down as many of them as I can.
Mm-hmm.
But that different places where you're injured is a lot like Fallout, where you have to repair yourself in certain areas. Yeah, that stuff that can be annoying, but once again, player progression. It doesn't affect you the more you go through the game. Yep. So more enemies you kill, the more you can beef yourself up, the less likely it happens. So natural progression in terms of gaming. So holy hell, yeah, this this video is very entertaining. I mean, for instance, I'm gonna give this video a big like right there. Already subscribed to Badger, so can't do that. But I can leave a comment on the video, so hopefully, if you all go to Badger's video, you all will see it there. And now I understand how Notre Dame caught on fire.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
Damn. And Badger hearted that one. Badger hearted that
and pinned
comment.
it.
And pinned it.
Yeah.
Oh, Badger never change. Never change, dude. But we're going to leave a comment in Badger's video, so if you want to find it, feel free to go back to his video and give it a look. So, yeah, I guess until next time, if you want to check out more from Badger, click the link in the video to the in the description. It'll take you to the original video. Check out Badger's stuff. He's got 2.3 million subscribers and is a very, very entertaining guy. And if you want to see more from us, I mean, there's a little subscribe button right down there and a little bell that you can ring to stay notified every time we come out with a new video. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jacob.
And we will see you in the next one. Peace out.